What's up everybody, it's Paul from Boosted Films, and in this video we're going to change the cabin air filter on this 2024 Toyota Corolla. Now this is the GR version of the Toyota Corolla, but this should work pretty much the same for a lot of the regular Toyota Corollas as well that are a similar year to this. But if you want to do this on your car and it did work on whatever your car is, if you want to leave a comment in the comment section down below, that would be much appreciated. So we're going to start on the passenger side of the car, open up our passenger side door. To give us a little extra room, you can also move your seat back, slide it back. We're going to be removing our glove box here. And to do that, of course, you're going to open up your glove box. If there's anything inside, you can take it out. We're going to drop this down all the way. And part of dropping it down all the way is going to be releasing this arm on the side. And it should just kind of pop off to the outside of the car. You should be able to just slide it off. And then notice that there are these protruding parts at the top of the glove box. It even says push in an area where you're kind of supposed to push to kind of pinch in the inner part of this glove box so it drops down. I lift up a little bit when in this process, and then I squeeze in, and then your glove box does drop down. I will say I've done this on quite a few cars, and this one I had to squeeze more than you normally would have to. I feel like those protruding parts are a bit longer than they need to be, so you might have to squeeze more than you think, but you can squeeze it in, and then you should be able to drop it down. And once it's dropped down, you can see that there are 4 mounting points that it kind of hinges on. You have to get be a bit at the right angle to kind of pull this off, but once you have the right angle, you can just pull it forward and your glove box comes out all the way. You could also just leave it hang on the hinges if you wanted to, if it wasn't in your way too much. So now back behind where our glove box was, you're going to see this cover. It's got up on it, designating, of course, the direction that it's mounted. But all we need to do is squeeze the center portion on the right side, and then this whole plate cover kind of slides over to the right side here. It'll slide out of these grooves that were on the left side. So that cover just kind of squeeze on the right, slide it over to the right, and it'll slide out of the way. The cabin air filter itself will just pull out. Again, it does say up. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but for the most part, it should just slide right out. So now I always like to compare what I bought to what I took out. So we're just going to take a second look at this air filter that we bought and make sure it's about the same size as the one we're going to put in. It's also going to be very, very important that we look at the airflow direction on this one. This brand name does go by airflow direction. The arrow is for airflow direction. Whereas if you bought a brand new OEM cabin air filter, it'll probably just have up arrows on it to install it upward. A lot of them are more the arrow down airflow direction. These are almost always airflow down when you are kind of going behind the glove box and mounting these. But to get the old one out, we're just going to bend it a little bit. This is a malleable filter, so there are 4 prongs, of course, that kind of hold the filter inside this plastic basket. So what we're going to do is just bend this enough to get it out of the way and take it out. So I'm assuming this is an OEM filter. Again, it does say up on it. If you bought the OEM one to replace it just like this, you would install it again with it facing up because it's just telling you how to face it. Whereas, again, the aftermarket one that we bought says airflow direction and it points down. So I know it's a little confusing that you're going to point the one arrow down and the other arrow up. But of course, just note that one is talking about airflow while the other is really just telling you to put this item upward. So I'm going to just, of course, make sure the airflow arrow is pointing down in this case and slide it in. And again, it just should be able to push in to fit over those other protruding parts. Now we're going to go back inside the car, of course. You also notice that this basket has a little protruding part underneath it. So we're going to pay attention to that. We, of course, want to put this in where we can see the word up facing us. That's going to be the correct way to put this in either way. But that other protruding part just kind of helps hold this up tight. And there's also parts on the cover that are going to hold it up tight as well. So it should slide in fairly easily. And then looking at our cover again, noting there are these protruding parts on the back side. These are what are going to need to slide kind of underneath this filter basket that we have put in place. So we're going to start this offset to the right a little bit, push it in, and then make sure everything's lined up on the left as well as we slide it in, and then push it to snap it in place. So noting that there are the 2 slots on the left side that it slides into, and again on the right side you can just push it on in this case and it should snap in. So we got to put our glove box back in, of course, but here's a shot of it when it was out so you can see a little better how it looks. And now we need to line up those 4 spots where it will hook on the hinges. You might have to again lift up a little bit, have it at a certain angle, to the right angle, to really line it up before it'll push forward. But you should feel it. You should be able to push it forward towards the front of the car, and then you can just continue to lift up. You could squeeze those sides in a little bit if you want, but you should be able to just lift it up and it should go up in place. Now we need to reattach, of course, that arm that we removed on the right side. You should be able to just line that up and give it some pressure and snap it back in. Now, of course, you can test it out. Make sure this opens and closes like it did before. Put your seat back in the position that it was, and then close up your door, and you should be all set. If for some reason your glove box doesn't seem like it's opening and closing like it used to be, I would make sure you double check the hinges, where the point where it connects on the hinge. And then, of course, double check that arm that you connected as well. Make sure that's connected appropriately. But that's it. That's how I changed the cabin air filter on this Toyota Corolla. Again, I'm not sure what all Corollas this will work for. So if this video was helpful for you, of course, you can do a couple things. You can like the video, you can share and comment, but specifically too, to help other people potentially watching this video, if you comment with what your Toyota Corolla is, the year, model, and potentially trim level could be helpful to other people watching this video if you'd like to comment. I'm also just a guy on YouTube who likes to document what he does, so if you think I did anything wrong or could have did anything better, go ahead and leave a comment about that in the comment section down below as well. But as always, this is Paul from Boosted Films, saying thanks so much for watching. I just want to say that domestic violence is never okay. If you or someone you know is experiencing issues with a partner and doesn't feel safe, please visit the website thehotline.org or call 1-800-799-SAFE.